Well, well, well. Welcome to Canada, one of the greatest tracks in Formula One. And today we're racing on it on ice. Look at all these people. I think this is one of the most scenic viewpoints of a pit lane if you're on top. You can hang around this around the pit lane and just watch them all just kind of roll by a little bit. We're here in, like I said, Canada, and FT2 racing is gonna get a lot tighter, physically and figuratively, because the racing is getting closer and closer in the standings. But also on a thin track like Canada, man, is it gonna get a lot harder, a lot closer together, and a lot more chaotic. If you wanted to join us, of course, you saw in the bottom right there just a second ago, the IP is event.frostex.com, and all I have to do is do /TT Canada to get some warm-up laps in. Man, oh man. Mark's here in the booth with me, of course, as always.
Hello!
You've had an experience during FC1 earlier today. What's your thoughts on these drivers taken to the streets of Canada?
Oh my goodness, Canada is somehow one of the thinnest tracks here in the calendar, so I would not be surprised if a lot of people are gonna have issues with back markers and just getting past anyone in general. It's gonna be quite an experience for these new drivers to try out Canada, especially with the newly tuned corners, especially in the very last sector, with a humongous braking point on the last chicane.
Oh, absolutely. One of the biggest things to think about when you're driving this track, trying to get the fastest lap time you can, is conserving momentum. If we take a look at the track map, which beautifully is done through Zero's menu, you can see exactly how this track works. It's long straights and then tight chicanes that you want to keep the momentum through. That's the tough one right there. That is turn, I believe that's, is that 11 and 12 maybe? 13, 12, 13, something like that. But it's mostly all of this. It's just chicane after straight, chicane, straight, chicane, straight, all the way through. That's the majority of the track is like that. And so if you're able to figure out how to really conserve your momentum, get as tight as you can into those corners, then you'll have a really fast lap time for qualifying, which is probably going to be the most important thing here in FC2, the qualifying. Since starting in the front row means there's no one to get in your way at the very start of this race, which means no chance for errors and drop back of the grid. The people who start in the front this year are going to be the people who probably will end up near the end on top as well. It's one of the most challenging tracks, I think, on the calendar. As Nico Rosberg apparently has said, it's the most challenging track. It's not the likes of Monaco, but it's a different style, and it's going to be hard to overtake in a different way compared to 2 weeks ago in Barcelona. We had a similar issue where overtaking was difficult, and that's because every option was viable in Barcelona, where there's nowhere you can go to pass people, and it was pretty easy to get through the track while staying on the ice. This is a different story. This is the exact opposite, but still produces the same result. It's very thin. It's very, very quick. So that means if you try and pass somebody, boy, you better. It's taking a big risk to get through, since there's not much room on either side of the track, and you don't want to mess up your entrance to any of these corners. So that's what to look out for during this race. We're getting qualifying started in just a minute here, I believe. Let's spectate FC2 24, 25, sorry. Gosh, where's the time gone? Maple Syrup GP, there it is, around 10. 10 races into this season. I feel like it's we've had a pretty healthy season. Do you have points to talk about, Mark? Anything in this team standings, individual? If not, I can
individual
share.
Standings. Yeah. So, there's some crazy stuff going on in the individual standings. Steven Nadek still holding on to the lead, but we still have two different drivers hounding him down right now, trying to get more and more points to catch up. Gabriel Live has caught up 5 points last race in Spain, and it's currently about 15 points behind Steven Nadek. And a returning driver, Quasor, is currently sitting at 3rd place. He won the previous race in Spain, absolutely dominating everyone, as we saw last 2 weeks. And those three drivers are in three different teams: Pit Knight, Gorana Racing, and Alfrog. But we can look at the team standings. Alfrog is still up by about 200 points. IQ Racing didn't have the best race last time around, and and Gorana Racing is trying to hunt down the podium spots here in the standings at least in fourth.
Yeah, the team
So-
leader of well, not team leader, but
3.05.
mainly the points earner position of IKEA right now. I was talking to Papas. He's somewhere in here. I'm trying to teleport him, but there's just so many people in there.
2.7.
He impressively, it's not very
ready
often
with
where we
my
get
pit.
FC2 drivers topping the standings, but in practice time, it's El Sako who has the fastest time. Demoniatic is in second. JH Dash and Kazinho. I mean, these are all the FC2 guys on top here today. And so that means there's going to be some really, really fast qualifying from people like Osako,
2.5.
Demoniatic, JH Dash, Kazinhu.
Mhm.
All these guys will try and set the fast lap they can for qualifying. It's got to be close, I think, too.
Mhm. Yeah, obviously, even carrying Pit Knight on his back, practically. I think Pit Knight's currently sitting at P5. They've been pretty quiet. Gorana Racing did overtake them last race, I think. So we have to see what Pit Knight does this race. Demonatic and whoever else is in the team.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, it's all these guys are, we're only 10 races in the season, but it feels like we're stretching ourselves to try and get any point possible. Any of these drivers really are trying to do so. And I think we're ready
Yes.
about to
Yeah,
load
here
in
we
for
go.
quali.
Here we go. How many players do we have here?
Oh my gosh, I'm lagging when I get close to it.
Mm.
Let's find out. Event
frames
info FC2.
are gone.
There are
It's fine.
97. There are 97 people in that
Not really.
grid.
I see 97 people have signed up. Yeah, it's lagging when you get close. I haven't had this issue before. They're probably all of them are all right here. All
Maybe-
97 drivers are in the
I
same
don't feel about
spot,
an
which
SLD.
which doesn't help your frame rate. It'll calm down once we get going here. But if you don't know how qualifying works, if you haven't seen the video which uploaded last night about how FC2 works, we'll rerun it just a second here again. Qualifying sets the starting grid for the big race. It's really important, like we mentioned earlier, for Canada. They get 6 minutes and 20 seconds to set the fastest lap time they can. They do not see anybody else on track. However, we get to see everybody else here on screen here on stream. We can see everyone's exact positions, what they're doing, their deltas to their fastest lap, all these cool little things that we can find out. But they can't see any of it except their leaderboard and their position and everyone else's times. It's pretty great what we have the system here. And so we will see them all kind of spread out eventually over the course of the lap. We'll get an idea of who's going to be leading through this first lap, but afterwards it can be anyone's game. There's always chaos in qualifying since there's so many drivers here. You never really know who's going to come out in the top spot. But I think we're about ready to go. Just a minute here. Thanks, CDG and Shai. Here's my teammate, my Squilliams teammate. You can see there's a bunch of people who are not in this race. There's Martin. It's a common thing for any of the spectators to just bounce off this weird oddity of this Napoleon ice, not Napoleon, Neapolitan ice cream, which is right here. Helps to the cherry boat and the birch boat. It really gives it that color. But yeah, people like to jump off it. You can see how much
My
like
goodness.
it's due to entity cramming. I'm pretty sure this is why it's happening. There's just, like I said, 97 nearly. I've got 99. So close. One more. Can we get one more person in here? Maybe.
We can watch Martin here just having fun launching himself into this into this group of players. And because of all this entity cramming, he just gets pushed off.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for qualifying to start, you have noticed if you watched the FC1 race earlier, or any other sort of race on Canada, we have a little bit of a different looking track here. Everything is covered in maple syrup here on all the corners. They do not affect your lap time at all, but they are here to guide us through. Make sure you stay inside the corners of maple syrup, and you'll have a fast lap time guaranteed. Dare I say, a fast lap time guaranteed if you stay inside all the maple syrup.
I think we're gonna be getting ready to start really soon. Not sure when we're gonna get the green light. And we also have a new team
Yes.
Not we didn't really mention earlier. It's Slideria Ferrari,
Slider
run
Fishari, I
by
believe is their name.
Fishari, yeah.
Fishari, yes.
Slideria Fishari, run by Fuzzy Gamer, has gotten a good amount of players here. Fuzzy Gamer, Fueco Dante, Italian name, Penguin Gamer, Flory Gecko, Ducky Blush, Shadowman, and Next Jello.
Yeah,
We haven't
I
really
mean,
seen half of the drivers, so we're
if,
gonna have to, maybe they'll be able to score a point this race.
yeah,
for
and
the
they've been
first.
added on. I think it was on Thursday or Friday of this week. They created their team for FC2, and with this roster, I've been watching the chats, the FC, the Formula Craft Racing Discord channel and stuff. And just about every moment, there's somebody asking, "Hey, can I join a team for FC2?" Immediately, Fuzzy Gamer, or his name is also Dylan on Discord, is immediately to respond. We're like, "I got you," and he adds him to this team. So it's really great to see, and a really exciting new prospect here. We'll see what they can do. Let's message Satomani. Ready. We are ready to go. I think they had some little bit of issues. Do we have 100 people? We didn't even look. No, we still have 99. So close.
Here we
All
go.
right, well,
We
here
have
go.
a 3, 2, 1. And then
Alright.
now they're jumping out off to the straight. Seems like Gustav got a
Qualifying.
head start there. What
Yeah,
the heck?
a little bit of a speed boost
Yeah.
there. But you can see,
A little person in the lead of the peloton here is Adam Zappos as well. Here, this is our founder of Boat Racing Community, but then he just scraped off the side before even making it to the first corner.
You can
Anyway,
see 'em
Techno
all-
Gustav leading a train. Yeah, Techno Gustav leading a train. We even see a few hints of these drivers. Quasar popping out of this group here. We have seen him pull off some very blazing pace as he battles with Gabriel Live, who just slightly goes
Oh.
wide a little bit at time. Hoggy
Yeah.
Fan and 30 Nova in the mix as well. With a bunch of, I can see a few Garana skins here as well. Gabriel Live, Kazinu, seems like the wall tap from FC1 has not moved. Now Techno Gustav, who is racing for Pit Night right now, is gonna try and score some good points here to a Demonatic go up into the top 3.
There we go. Quasar is actually catching up to him, so this is not going to be the fastest lap for Gustav. Quasar is probably the one who's on fast pace. Demonatic's there too. You can see him pushing out of that crew there.
We still have the wall tap here. Seems like Techno Gustav doesn't notice it. Quasar sends it, and he gets a beautiful exit down into the straight. He's out in the lead right now. He's on a very good lap as we have 5 minutes to go in this qualifying heat.
Now, keep in mind, with these wall taps, they are different from what the practice times are. They are brand new. No one has seen them until just a few minutes ago. So
breaking
Quasar
point
is
for
probably going to
Quasar.
break a record here if he does so. Although
like
JH
Jake-
Dash is right there with them, coming out of that
Seems like he did
last
a wall
corner.
tap. Seems like he did a wall tap of some sort, but Quasar is gonna set a good lap here. It's gonna be a 1:33.85.
Yeah, that's monstrous. You can see all the times coming behind him. It's what we expect. Demonatic in second, JH Dash in third. Nevermind Windows, though, up there as well. Gabriel Live. There's Sakala, hockey fan, the resident Canadian hometown hero there in P7 right now in qualifying. What's that? Rest of the order, Ani Dallas in 8th, Sandoris, Mopeki, Big Burb. These are all names you kind of expect at the top through this first lap, although notably, nobody Gustav is not there. But we'll see.
Gustav is not
There's
up there.
Hockey Fan. Hockey Fan's on a look like he's on a really good pace right now. He's up 2/10 right now. Like I said, this
Going
track
up
is very,
2/10.
very volatile. There'll be big gaps between each driver. So if you're gonna prove past somebody, you got to prove a lot, and it's not too hard to do so. Just
Seems
got to
like-
get the perfect lap in.
It seems like Hockey Fan is trying to challenge, let's see, Gabriel Lifetime probably, a Garana racer. Do you remember who Hockey's racing for?
He's racing independently. He's the only driver in the top 10 to not have a team, and he's pretty high up there. I'm pretty sure as well.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he's Hockey is in P5 right
you
now in
go.
the standings at the moment. He just passed Sharpie last race, and he's currently on fire this season.
Yeah,
he just going up to P5 is not an easy feat here in FC2 with like almost 100 drivers hopping on track and doing the best they can. Here we
Well,
go.
save
Down
my
to last
comment for
corner.
hockey in
Gabriel
just a minute
Live.
here, but Gabriel Live really took that last corner much better than anyone else. He's going to improve here quite a bit. Hockey Fan as well, up 7/10. Gabriel actually no improvement, only a 10th down. So close.
El Saku moves up to 4th place, tying JH Dash, unfortunately. And it seems like the Garana P4 are just not they're not as dominant as they used to be in the last quality we had.
The all the
even
Garana
have,
guys are in that light green, except with the exception of Quasar, I believe, driving for Alfrog, is also in a light green color. It's a little bit hard to remember each of those, but yeah. And they all wear green, which is really great to see. All the IKEA guys also wear those blue. You can see Big Bird, one of those, with Mopeki right next to him. A little extra word on Hockey Fan. He's situated himself with friends like TTG and Martin, who are
And me.
and you of course as well, who are all very fast drivers. And so if you situate yourself with really fast drivers, it's not too hard to pick up a thing or two from them. So and he's really jumped the gun in terms of some of these other guys, and
Well,
yeah, he's really pushed through this field here in FC2 as he doesn't do the greatest of all taps there. But Demoniatic is on top. JH Dash is
hold that
right
thought,
next to
yeah.
him. He's tied as well. Big Burb up 8/10 as well.
Well, that thought, because Demonatic is 5/10 up. He only needs to improve 35 hundredths of a second to beat Quasar. And right now, as long as he gets this really difficult breaking point here into the last corner, here we
Oh,
go.
he's gonna
There's
do
a
the wall tap.
for him. Ooh.
Oh, a little
So
fancy
this-
there from
very-
Demoniatic, an alternate line there. We'll see if it
creative
pays
line,
off for him. He'll
and
cross
I
the
think he's gonna
line,
take it.
and yes, it's the new flap.
The championship leader takes pole position away from Quasar. I don't know if Quasar's gonna have any response to that.
Doesn't
Let's
look
see.
like it. Neither is most of the field in this lap. There's not very many improvements. You can see it on the chat there coming in. Not many drivers who are improving, although towards the end, it's like there's a lot more. But Demoniac now on top, the championship leader right now, current pole sitter. They've got one more lap to go. Is there anything in it for Quasar and JH Dash? Even Big Burb up there, he had a big improvement last lap. We saw him 8/10 up for him.
Demon won't get another. He won't get another lap.
No.
What a crazy lap for Demonatic, as he's 0.25 ahead of Quasar. Half a second ahead of JH Dash, who is not really improving much. He just scraped the side there. Let's see if anyone else is on an improvement.
Oh, Quasar, we just saw him scrape big time. That's not going to be an improvement for him, so he's going to have to hope for no improvements there in that second lap. But El Saco de Papas, here he is. He's up 4/10 right now. He's currently the fastest practice time, so he's got to show why he's up there right now. He's going through turn 10, that maple
5/10
syrup
for El
wall
Saco.
tap, 5/10
Five-
up, like you said.
5/10 up for El Saco. Let's see how he takes this last chicane. Will he beat Demonatic and upset the Pit Night driver? El Saco de Papas is also in contention for this championship. Currently sitting in
Here he
4th
goes
place.
through the chicane. He
0.10.
doesn't take the wall tap. He takes it clean, and oh, it looks really beautiful. But only see when he releases.
He
Big
fought the boat a
speed
bit.
boost there. He's gonna have a
Here
better
he
run to the
goes.
line than Demonatic did, and it will be.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
close. 1/10 for El Saco. 1/10 behind Demon for El Saco. It's really good for the championship leader. He's gonna be starting in the very front unless someone upsets him, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Wow,
Yeah, not many people are-
so close for El Saco. So very
It's like
close.
Barry at 15 has jumped the gun as well, going up to 4th place from 15th.
There
So-
we go.
Hockey Fan dropping down 12th after he messed up his last lap. JH didn't move though. He's still in 5th place. Big Burb. So Big Burb has been recently doing really well in FC2. He joined about 5 races ago, and right now he's like proving to actually compete with a bunch of these drivers. So
Well, I'm writing our polls here. We're gonna do it a little bit differently, because I have a feeling you guys are either gonna vote Demonatic or El Saco. So we're gonna split them up here. We're gonna split them up.
Yeah.
I believe we got them all. Yes, there we go. We're gonna switch it up. First and 4th are gonna be combined here. There's your. Oh, I got one more actually. Hold on. Somebody else. Of course, someone else. There we go. Start poll. There we go. Put it in chat. You can see it in the chat there up top. Who is winning this one? It's gonna be either Demonatic, El Saco, Quasar, Ferrari, JH Dash, Big Burb, Kazinhu, Lairs. I mean, any of these names could really get it. Even Hockey Fan down there could take this one away if he has a really good strategy. $90, Mopeki, Sharfy, he's done good in Barcelona. Never had Windows, Membly, Lairs. I mean, oh gosh. If I were to bet money, it's gonna be really difficult. It's gotta be one of those top 3 though. I mean, they've proven themselves time and time again, especially with Demonatic being the championship leader, Quasar battling him as well, with more points over less races participated in Quasar. So he's the
We even
highest
have a,
average position out of anybody here.
we even have a few drivers coming in late here. I think Hudspot and Soda Soaker are planning to drive this race as well.
Well, there you go. There's your somebody else bid. Not many people vote somebody else unless Soda's in the business. So, well, with him and Hotspot here, going to start from the very, very back. Those two. It means somebody else could always win this one, and it's up to wild cards like Soda and Hotspot to do so. I believe. Let's see if we can find them.
Well, they're gonna have to get past 100 drivers. It's gonna be a little difficult for them to get it up in maybe the top 10, even though they're two of the very fastest drivers in the world.
There you go.
So Demonatic, yeah, Demonatic with the fastest lap. This is gonna be very good for him to get clean air off in the first lap. He's leading the championship, leading this race with El Saco right next to him, who's trying. Yeah, he's still trying his best.
I would like to
man
say, not to cut you off, sorry, but I would like to say that Demonatic did get the world record there with that lap by one tick. One tick. He did get a record over Martin.
Well, those times were set without the wall taps.
Yes.
To be fair.
Yes, to be fair, they did. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, it is a world record. You can count it as one.
And Gabriel Live, currently in second place in the standings, trying to catch Demonatic. He is down in P11 right now. This is
Not a good
just
quality
probably
for
an
him.
awkward spot. It's gonna be an awkward spot for Gabriel Live to get around these drivers ahead of him, like Nemamrad Windows and Schmebly, who are in the row ahead of him. And obviously Quasar and El Saco are sitting in third and fourth respectively in the championship. Right now, the two of them are the only two drivers who can really challenge Demonatic here to keep the lead into lap 1.
There you go. Some of these drivers are getting the pit deltas, and it's a really weird pit delta here. It's about 30 seconds or so to get one in here, and Osaka's doing his practice time a little bit right now. It's very interesting because you skip the last chicane pretty much. You just dive straight through if you haven't seen it already. Wall tapping off it earlier, but the pit lane entrance is, well, you skip the entire last chicane, which is a lot easier to do, first off. But also on the exit as well, you're also skipping the first turn and entering halfway through the second right here. So it means jumping into the, trying to block somebody off by exiting the pit lane is actually a huge advantage because you have so much time to fit yourself in this corner. It's one of the most, I'd say it's one of the nicest exits of a pit lane we can get in Formula Craft Racing. You just fill right in, right alongside the corner with everybody else driving the track normally. And qualifying's over. So the last laps, anyone who set some crazy 4-minute lap time doesn't get the chance to anymore. But we're gonna get starting in hopefully just a few minutes here. Run through the track once again. There we go. 4-minute intermission before the race starts. We'll see how hard it is to overtake here. I mean, through FC1, it looked very, very challenging to overtake anyone without any mistakes from the driver in front. But just because it's so thin, you can see Iconos going through it, and it's so hard. You got to really, really nail it. There's your brother Flint and Steel, who's actually passing Iconos. Look at that. He's got some lines. He got some pretty good lines here.
Yeah, he's
Today in Canada.
Getting a few extra laps. We have about 5 minutes left until we start this race. So we about 100 drivers. A few people didn't finish their qualifying, but 100 drivers on this track would be absolutely insane. It's almost as thin, or maybe it just might be as thin as Monaco, except without all the walls, making it even more narrow. But this is being one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar. I think we're gonna have an exciting race here, Blue.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of hate, I feel too. There's gonna be a lot of disdain for other people, other drivers driving slowly or driving poorly. I think the chats will blow up after this one. Say, I blame this guy for my race. I blame him for that race. There's gonna be a lot of that, I feel. But remember, we're racing here for fun, as you all probably know. So try not to get too angry, Owen, at drivers who may have ruined your podium position. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge for you there. Anyway, 3 minutes left.
Race win. Race win.
Yeah. What's something interesting that I noticed? Earlier we had Quasar and Big Burb, clearly being the favorites here in the poll here. But the moment I mentioned Soda and Hotspot joining, it's instantly that someone else has jumped up to tie it in the poll. So please, if you haven't voted already in the poll, I highly recommend you do, and we could really get the crowd favorites going, and cheer for the driver you think is gonna win. Since that's what we're here to do. There's so many drivers, but luckily we have a good pool of drivers who we believe are gonna win. We could at least narrow it down to at least 10 drivers who are like 90% sure are gonna win these races. But of course, there's always chaos and good fighting throughout the entire field. Oftentimes we miss it with so many drivers here. There's often places that we don't see happen. There's overtakes, big moves that go under the radar for us at the top. So most drivers share in the Discord a lot, and you can go look at their clips and talk with the other FC2 drivers, see how they did during their race, how much they liked the Canada track, what they didn't like about it, of course, as well, which I feel is going to be all the same thing. They're all going to say it's too thin, which I don't blame them. It is a little thin, but that's part of the challenge, right? If every track was perfect, then every track will be exactly the same, right? In theory. So we're going to have a little bit of variety here, especially after we've already gone through Monaco. So the worst of it is over.
Yeah. After a huge Monaco race with El Saco winning, that's the main part, the main reason he's able to go up in the championship fight. And he's currently where's he gonna be starting this race?
He's starting on second, I believe.
Yeah, so El Saco. Oh yeah, I remember El Saco tried taking pole away from Demonatic, just barely missing it. Yeah. I think. I don't know if race pace is gonna be doing much here, especially with with these back markers. Well, it obviously shows who's the most skillful, but it's gonna be based on who can dodge back markers the best in this really, really thin track. Not even 15 blocks wide.
Here's a funny little thing. Hotspot's gone small with the new Minecraft updates. Allows you to go your player size to be a little small, and I think Hotspot is taking advantage by riding. I believe this is Miloko. He's riding on top of his head, just chilling. I mean, it is an issue, right? Where you have so you can ride on people's heads during the race, but it's really annoying since you can't see anything in front of you. But with Hotspot being so small, I mean, it helps. I'm sure Miloko's enjoying it. He doesn't seem bothered by Hotspot on his head right now. We'll see if we continue that during the race. I doubt it, but here he goes running through the wall tap there on turn 10. We got 15 seconds to go, and we'll get ready for the race. I believe we'll have around 15 laps or so, somewhere around there, pretty close, and 2 pit stops. If you haven't seen the video, I highly recommend you do, so you get a full understanding of how FC2 works. But you do need to enter through the pit stop twice during the race. Absolutely required for you to. And it's depending on when you do it is the strategy here. It doesn't, of course, there's no paddle wear or anything like that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
here we go. Sorry, we got you off. We have the grids loaded up now. Do you want me to go through the grids?
Let's run through it.
All right, here we go.
Demonatic with El Saco 10 hundredths right behind him. Quasar in third.
Here we go. JH, Big Burb, Kazinhu, Lersikala, Schmebly, Nevabrad Windows, Gaber Live, Hockey Fan, Odi Dallas, Mopeki, Sharpie, Sandoris, Dig, Faxio, Iconos, Terraformer, Miloko, Techad, I think, Nova, Picky, Techno Gustav, Penguin Gamer, Drifty Duck, Zook Nilu, Uflame, Adam Zappos, Asher HN, Spige, Next Time Interrupt,
That's a weird
Discord Lemon. That's weird. French Greg, Kellerson, Happy Place, Fuzzy Gamer, Shuttle-Man, Plotech, Spats, Dead End, Mascade, Blorky, Giletta, NG Main, CT Cuber, Anthrox, Mycox, oh, whoops. Stretchland, Nifty Acorn, Mr. Pig Size Voids, Ephra, Sincere, Goldier, House, Flint and Steel.
Hey, my brother's 2 positions ahead of yours.
Correct. Oh, Santao, Speed Aiden, Miss Sushi, Luke Dexter Boy, Zero Bot, Great Nate, Misty with TTG on top of her, RC, Resolute, Sonic Gamer, Horanzo, Gamer Cats, Cactus, Diamond Swishy, Enderlord, Mishu, Champer, Bojo, Italian name, Todzin,
Almost.
yeah, Hughes, Crep, Felix, Tyron, Demon, whatever that is. Asio,
Swans.
Asio, Space Shark, Ducky Bois, Sonic, Laser Sloth, Hotspot, Zine, Naus, and Soda Soaker
There
in
you go.
T98.
Nice job, dude. You went there. Oh, there's somebody more. There's somebody else just got added. Who
Oh
is
wait,
that?
there's more.
Charlie 7451 is here. There you go. There's your
What is
grid.
he doing all the
Hopefully,
way
yeah.
back?
Hopefully everyone got out of there. It's interesting. Next Simon has a strange spot there. That's the TT spot, I believe, and he's sitting in a strange position. It's a good advantage for him, honestly. But we'll see what he can do with it. We saw early. My brother's 2 positions ahead of yours, so we'll see what they do together.
Oh my goodness, they're practicing for double down.
Exactly, they're getting on. Yeah, double down in 1 week time is an event we're running here, where you get together with your sibling, and in 1 week on, of course, same time on Sunday. And more details are on my Discord, AVD Discord, everywhere, pretty much all boat racing. You can find a little thing about it. If you're interested in joining a duo race with your brothers, your cousins, your friends, anything like that, it's gonna be fun. But next time, we're here at FC2 on the starting grid. Demoniac and El Saka's gonna lead us off. What's interesting about this grid is you can barely get in front of the guy in front of you, only if you're in the further position. Like Quasar can get in front of El Sako, but Pariah 15 cannot get in front of El Sako during this race start. So it's kind of interesting on that way where you want to be on the left side of the starting grid. It's much more advantageous to. But let's match his race control and let them know. All right, be ready.
All right, we're gonna be ready to go here. It is 1 p.m. Almost 1 p.m. PST right now, and we're gonna be on the way. This actually didn't take that long to set up this time around.
No, not too bad. Well, here we go. Most people are going to think Soda or some Hotspot in the back probably are going to be the ones winning. You got to put in chat who you think actually it is. But it's 3, 2, 1. It's lights out. Canada is underway here. Demoniac and Osaka is going to lead us off. Quasar is going to release a little bit more. It's a little bit dangerous for him. Somebody got bumped. I think that was Big Burb who got bumped by Quasar releasing to stay away from Osaka. Safe move from Quasar, but Big Burb got punished badly. Sandor's crashing into turn 1. At the front, it's actually really, really calm through here. Not too bad. Yep. Very, very sparse starting grid. Causes less chaos here. You can see some drivers. That's 56 Foxio going through the runoff zone. Keep an eye on the leaderboard on the right there. Demonetics trying to hold off El Sako by 5 or 1500s there. There's Gold Leader. He's got a good start. Pretty clean there. There's Sweats Clan. Oh, that's some stuck people there on the inside of the turn. There's Luke Dexter Boys, the owner of Hyperglide Racing coming through. Flint and Steel, bad start. There's Soda. He's coming through. He's P70 something right there coming through. And the rest of them file through.
Well, oh, wait, as we speak. Here we go. There's going to be fights for the lead. That's Demonatic has messed up down to turn 9, I believe. And El Sako takes the lead away from him, trying to get him out of tandem at the moment. And Demon, with a little choke there, bumps about 5 different people who are trying to contest for the lead. There's a 3-way tandem. There's going to be JH flying off way back in the hairpin. And our top 10 is constantly changing here in this first lap. El Sako de Papas is going to be leading the chicane. They might have different lines here as they go down to in front of the pit entry.
The pit entry is still blocked up, so people who wants to pit first lap aren't going to get the chance to. That is quite peculiar. Hopefully they get that fixed. None of these top guys are probably wanting to pit anyways. It's proved to be pretty disadvantageous to go and pit from the lead of the race. But yeah, there's Quasar, Demonatic, and El Sako. But these two are going at it on lap 2 here. Lap 1 and 2, you may think are the most chaotic ones for these top guys, but it's actually the calmest right now because there's no back markers in front of them, so it's clean air for each of them. It's going to be a battle of pace. Who's going to come out in front?
Seems like Demonatic was feeling very brave here in this first sector. Now they go down to wall tap, and it seems like El Sako, and he meets their first back marker, actually, who just messes it up. El Sako de Papas gets through as well, but Demonatic, with a send to the wall tap, El Sako is able to defend his position against Lurs, who is currently defending against Schmebly and Quasar. Quasar has lost a few positions here, but we know Quasar can do really well to get around back markers. So his fight is not over yet as he passes Schmebly, who
Oh,
scrapes
not
on
quite. He
but
scrapes on the
never
exit.
mind. He also scrapes, and he
Oh,
gets
it's a
bumped
bump
as
there.
well. It might be a chain bump for Quasar as he goes down the straight. He's gonna get
Oh,
bumped
yes, it
once again.
is.
He's losing position after position. Piggy's gonna come by as well, and then
Oh.
bump him as well. This is terrible for Quasar. Techno
Watch out for
Gustav flies
Gustav.
past him.
Oh, he
He
bumps
also gets bumped
Gustav.
again. Quasar down at the P15, going
Oh,
out of the
no.
leaderboard, and he gets bumps again. Adam Zappos even gets passed, and so many people.
Okay, I think he's
are gonna
back.
be-
I
yeah.
think Quasar is back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh.
Wait, we just lost the lead switch. I think Glursikala has gotten the lead because Demon Natic has met backwards, but Schmebly is also here in the top here. I think Schmebly has the lead, but just barely.
Yes,
no, he doesn't.
Demon
Fnatic
Addict's
does.
on top. He's way up here. There he is.
Gabriel Live. It's a duo between Gabriel Live and Schmebly right now as we get past his backmarkers.
Well, here it begins. FCG Carnage begins now with all these backmarkers in the way. They're gonna get a taste of how it's like to overtake on such a thin track.
Even though he's bumped already, Gabriel Live takes the lead at the end of the sector. At the end of sector 1. And now Demonatic his fight is not over yet for the lead though. He's still on tandem with Sandor.
Much better. Well tapped there. He's
Big-
going out.
big
No,
gap for
not
him, and now
quite.
Here we go down the straight. One of the DRS zones in F1. Going down to turn 8. There's a bunch of people. Sonic Gamer is in the way. Demonatic, how brave is he gonna be feeling? Seems like he's gonna dive bomb on Sonic, who goes really wide. The two of them get past him, and they're still fighting. El Saco is trying to get in the mix as well. Not quite yet. He's still right behind the two of them. We even have a tandem battle of backmarkers here. Demonatic trying to get around, going for the wall tap outside. Gabriel Live not going for it. Demonatic does get bumped slightly, and here comes El Saco, who has a little more exit speed here on the straight, but he gets bumped as well. A bad bump for El Saco as he enters the straight.
Yeah, Demonatic. Poor last turn there. We saw he gets bumped a little bit. You can see a little bit of what he's looking at here, from his point of view. This is exactly what he's seeing just about, and you can see all those guys in the pit lane. He gets bumped by the guy in front of him, but Gamer Live might be coming in here. No, not quite. He gets bumped as I believe. What happened to Gamer Live there?
I don't know what happened to Gabriel Live. Demonatic takes back the lead, and
He lost quite a few positions there. We missed. He's in 5th now. Osako's passing him right now.
Sago didn't get as killed as Quadro did in that one straight, but Demonatic catching Fuzzy Gamer right now. Fuzzy Gamer, who's done 2 pits actually. Yes, very interesting strategy here from the Scuderia Bishari, I think.
Yeah, Screw Fishari owner, Fuzzy Gamer. He's built up a lot of hype for his team, and right now it's not looking too great for him right now. Of course, it is his first Grand Prix.
Demonatic with a clean overtake on Fuzzy Gamer with
not quite though. He gets bumped, and he's in the same situation Quasar is in. Can he do better?
He's like JH also got bumped as Lurch takes the race lead once again. So Lurch has missed out on so many podiums in the past FC2 races. Maybe this might be his chance to actually fight his way up to the top of the podium.
Well, Demonatic and El Saco are still battling over P2 right now. Man, it's still tight between these top positions. Anything can happen right now. They both take the wall tap.
Oh, it's like Lurch
right next to each other.
Lurch has lost a few positions as
Demonatic
well.
takes evasive action. He has to slow down for the driver in front, but El Saco goes
bumped.
through.
He gets bumped. Demonatic and now Lurch is gonna fly past him as well. Hopefully he doesn't get bumped badly against Quasar, and he gets bumped again. He almost got bumped by Sandor flying past him, and El Saco is gonna take the race lead again. The race lead has swapped almost 5 times just in this lap.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Quasar's doing. He had that terrible situation. I don't even see him right now.
He might have pitted, maybe.
He did. He pit twice already. He's P44, and he's burned both of his pits immediately after that crash.
We have to see what he does if he can manage to recover all his time lost. Otherwise, El Saco de Papas is just breezing past these backmarkers. Actually, Gabriel Live is being left in the dust by El Saco as he gets past these backmarkers. Nope, never mind. Commentators curse as he gets bumped. Gabriel Live is going to take the lead of this race down to sector 2.
Oh, and, here's a new name that we haven't seen in the top 10 or top 5 anyway. They haven't talked about already. That's Sandoris, who's in 3rd right now. Nice job, Sandoris. getting through the
San-
field. He's in front of Demon
Sandor's
Attic
a
right
little
now.
quiet. Sandor's is one of those quiet drivers in FC2 that we haven't seen much. He's currently 6 seconds behind the leaders at the moment, and I don't
He's
know if
gonna
he's gonna
watch
manage
out for
to.
Nifty Acorn. He doesn't get it. There goes Demon Attic. Laser passes him too. The Laser, I think, is on a different strategy than both of
Oh,
them.
Laser has a pit done. Yeah, and he's currently P56. Demonatic right now is doing his very best to try and catch El Saco de Papas and take back the lead of the race since he started pole position. Gabriel
Yeah.
Live has managed to keep El Saco at bay to the very end of the race. I mean this race lap. And let's see, down this breaking point, El Saco decides to go for a pit.
Oh, that's interesting. First driver in this top group to have gone for a pit, except for Quasar, who we did see absolutely get destroyed there on the back straight. So El Saco will be the first to really make a move here in this top positions. I'm curious if the drivers in front are going to try and block him off by pitting next lap. We'll have to see. I'm sure if any of them have any sort of spectators, team advisors with them, they will communicate where El Saco ends up and see if it's advantageous for them to do the same thing. But right now, it's only El Saco to make that move. He gets passed by everybody, including JH Dash right now, who is currently sitting 6th with that move on El Saco. Kazinhu's in the pits, looks like, as well, further down the grid. We've seen him run some races before.
A lot of people are pitting, actually. You got El Saco coming out of the pits as well. Just right next to 32 Nova. And
There, not too bad, actually. A pretty good pit from El Saco, though. He's got a lot of people in front of him.
everyone in that three-way tandem. Actually, so many people pitted this lap. What the heck? Why is there's a traffic jam going on in the pits?
Is there really?
Well, there was. That's like now a lot of people are starting to exit, but I'm currently still watching the fight between El Saco and 32 Nova. I think another fight we can watch is between another IKEA driver against Sandors, who is driving for Alfrog. Let's see, these two drivers in the top two teams are just getting around the backmarkers as best they can, fighting for third place at the moment. None of them missed the wall tap as they go down the straight. Now I'm gonna wonder how hard these two are gonna break here into this last chicane, because this corner has always been really tricky, even for the top drivers.
We'll see what they can do. Iconos is gonna go for a pit.
Oh,
Sandors
he
gets
goes for a boat tap.
There you
What
go.
the heck? What a move by Sandor, sending a boat tap. It is very successful as now he gets past two back markers at once. So Iconos going for a pit. He saw the danger ahead of him, but
I think he's gonna try and replicate what El Saco did. Maybe try and hold off El Saco. We'll see where he ends up. Oh, Sandors.
they are teammates. So I wonder what their strategy is gonna be looking like for Iconos and El Saco as they both race for IKEA Racing.
Oh, Sandors got completely walled off there coming into the first chicane. Not very favorable for him. Just nowhere to go, and he gets bumped there. Hutspot and Honey Dallas actually end up passing him. So they're on different strategies right now. Sandors right now P2. He's far behind Demonatic, of course. There's a lot of drivers who pit in between them already, which includes Gabriel Live and El Saco. But it looks like Gabriel Live ended up being in front of El Saco de Papas.
Yep, Gabriel Live is just slightly ahead of El Saco.
Oh, not quite. He gets bumped, and there goes El Saco. That's a move.
Bump. That is a bad bump for Gabriel Live. Iconos did not come out ahead of El Saco. He's actually quite far behind, as he's currently fighting with Soda Soaker, who hasn't done a pit. He did start in like P95 though. And we have El Saco trying to make his way through this traffic.
There's a three-way tandem. Where did he come from? Hockey fan has moved up in P2.
That's true. He's 15 seconds behind Demonatic, but he's like 18 now. But Hockey fan 17 somehow in P2 as he just flew past a group of back markers while he's fighting with Hutspot, who has 2 pits done, being lapped by him. Let's see where Demon is though. I wonder what Demon is dealing with right now. Seeing I can see a bunch of traffic that he's gonna be dealing with in the future. There's a tandem between Sharpie and Plotech right now at the end of the first sector here, and Demon just beating out someone in the chicane. No, not quite, because he has Mr. Pigsus here blocking him.
Yeah, with Hockey Fan and Demoniac passing through the 7th lap there, that means we are halfway through this race. So any positions are they're slowly starting to solidify. Of course, nothing's over until it's over, but you know the drivers must be thinking in their head, we're about halfway through, so all these guys are just trying to. Oh, Hotspot gets a little bump there from the driver in front. That makes
Oh,
makes
Demoniatic
things a
gets
little bit
badly bumped.
easier.
Demoniatic gets badly bumped. He might get a chain bump here. There's 2 bumps in a row, 3 bumps in a row.
Oh
There we go.
no!
This is the same situation that Quasar had earlier on this race. And
He's
seems
gotta
like
be careful,
Demon...
Uflame.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Uflame is flying past Demoniatic. I think he's gonna make the corner though. There we go. He
goodness.
gets. Thank goodness Demoniatic didn't get as badly bumped by than Quasar.
See where
And
Hockey Fan ends up right behind. There's
my
Hockey
goodness,
Fan.
Hockey
That was
Fan
about
did
9
catch
seconds
one
lost
second.
to Hockey Fan anyway. Although we didn't see what happened to Hockey during that lap. Looks like he got overtaken by Hotspot, so maybe not the greatest lap for Hockey either. But
Interesting strategy
huge
from
time loss.
Interesting strategies from Lursicala as he does his second pit stop, coming out right in tandem with Sincere. And we have to see how Lurs is doing. No, he got bumped. He might get bumped again by Kazinhu if he's not careful. He's past him though. Kazinhu has also done 2 pits. He has the same pit count as Lursicala. As these two are going to be fighting all the way to the end of the race. Only Dallas has just set the fastest lap. Somehow, with all this traffic, he managed to find a clean lap around here in Canada.
Yeah, well, so Lairs is also on the 2-pit strategy, but look who's behind him. It's Quasar behind him. So Quasar's still making moves here. It's not like this race is completely over after that terrible lap 2, I believe. So he's still fighting back, but it's still going to be an uphill battle for Quasar. He's P22 right now with both of his pits done.
Yeah, he's not that far off from Lurs. He's currently hounding him down. Gimmick incoming, as they announced here. And he goes for a bow tap. No! Oh, it almost worked out for Quasar. As Lurs is going to be flying past Kazinhu. Kazinhu might have gotten bumped here on the entry of the straight. Now going down the last chicane, how are they both going to take this really tricky pair of corners? Let's see, they have a few back markers in the way as well. They both break at 100-meter marker. But it seems like, oh, I thought Kazinhu was going to get a better line, but Quasar is going to be flying past him as he gets bumped by one of the back markers.
There you go. Now the 2 pitters are entering into that top 15. You can see them lining up on the leaderboard on the right there with those green number 2s. It means they've done both of their pit stops already. So that's Ferrari 15 who's actually in front of all these other guys in that 2-pit strategy. Osaka's leading the 1-pit strategy, and Demonac's leading the 0-pit strategy right now.
Here we go. Demon goes for a pit. Demon did just go for a pit now. We're going to have to see where he comes out relative to Osaka de Papas, though. Not sure when he's going to jump into the pit box here. And I think he's going to go all the way to the very back.
Yeah, he's going to go to the last one.
Oh,
but Simon took it.
Yeah, he got a little mess up there as he tried to go into that second last box. Demonatic does his pit stop with a 3.6.
He might. Oh, he almost passed Simon there.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's coming out. I think El Saco, yes, he is ahead of Demonatic here.
No surprise there. We had that almost chain bump, or it was quite a big chain bump, but not as bad, of course, as Quad was earlier.
He did lose 10 seconds, though.
That's
10 seconds. Yeah, that sucks for Demonatic. But El Saco still has his own traffic to deal with. He might get bumped by Blorky if he's not careful here. Try to go around the outside, and now diving down the wall tap, and it works out really well as he
Watch
gets
out for
past
Sonic.
well.
Thread the needle.
Oh, El Saco de Papas showing his 4 years of boat racing experience being put to use.
They're not too bad.
Oh wait, there's a new gimmick. There's a new gimmick.
Whoa, look at this. Looks like a bouncy castle in here. Check out what Sonic's doing here. It's like you can cut through all through the chicane. Oh, big bump there from Sonic. What is this going on here? Looks like you can wall tap off these slime blocks. You can see Satomani, the architect of this bouncy castle. I call it that because it's all slime blocks and honey. So yeah, you can go through here and you can see TDG's trying to help. I don't know who this is. Mystical Designs. Cutting through them. Looks like it worked there for Mystical Designs. There goes Soda trying to fight through it. I think it's faster. Hockey fans making use of it. The only problem is you have no speed exiting it. which I think is causing. Yeah, you can see all these chain bumps happening afterwards. Anyone who's exiting out of this has no speed in the next straight, which is exactly where Quasar had his moment on lap 2. So it's the most volatile place to get chain bumped, and I don't know, having no speed into that may be really, really dangerous to get through. Hopefully all these guys are doing it, but Sweat's Clan gets bumped there, and it's going to be a problem for him as more drivers are going to cut through, and he's going to get bumped again. No, he's able to avoid. But still, it's really risky doing that move.
The big chain bump, it's gonna cost you a lot in this race. And we've seen it from Demonatic, who's actually ahead of El Saco. I don't know what happened there. El Saco probably had to deal with backmarkers.
Oh, they're tied right now. They're going in limbo.
Yeah, they're dueling each other right now. 110 splits the two of them. About 5 blocks apart. Here we go. Down the DRS straight here. Sandors is going to get in their way, actually. With 0 pits done. El Saco
going to go for it. El Saco's going to go wide.
Seems like Demonatic. Oh, he slows down a tiny bit. El Saco's going to try and fly past, and he might get bumped. Demonatic is going to get bumped. Now he's going to be stuck in the same situation. No, no, not as badly as last time.
No, he does. He gets bumped again.
Oh, my word. Well, El Saco has won the duel against Demonatic once again. These guys have had rematches after rematches in this race.
Oh, absolutely. They'll have conversations about who did what all day long after this one. But yeah, Demonatic, unfortunately, is the one who fall behind. El Saco's winning right now. Although, I gotta keep an eye out for people like Ferrari 15, who's still leading.
Ferrari 15 is
he's still leading that 2-pit gang. He's in front of Quasar by a good time, too. 12 seconds ahead of Quasar. He's currently in P10. Or excuse me, P9 now. He does get a little bump there. I wonder if you could wall tap that.
Wait, Quasar's right behind him. I think.
No.
Wait, is he?
No, he's not.
Not anymore?
He's behind Kazinhu right now, who's behind.
Okay. Oh, wait, no, that's Kazinhu.
Oh, yeah. Big boat tap there through turn 10. Oh, he does get bumped right afterwards. So for 15, keep an eye out for him throughout the rest of this race.
Hold up, Demonatic went for a pit. Now we're gonna have to see where he comes out relative to Ferrari F15. Demonatic goes for the early pit stops here.
I'm feeling Demonatic's gonna come out in front. We keep an eye on Ferrari 15 if he comes through.
Let's see. Ferrari F15 is on the last corner. Where is Demonatic?
He's exiting the pit lane now. He's on turn 2 now. So yeah, quite a ways for them.
Close.
But it's not over till it's over. Demonatic does get bumped on exit though. He's trying to fight his way through.
He still has to dodge and weave these drivers as he gets past the Hockey Fan as well, who has a pit under him. Demonatic just weaving past these drivers. I want to see what El Saco is dealing with at the moment. Seems like he has clean air. He just got past a humongous train of backmarkers, and he has another humongous train of backmarkers to get past. He has 2 pits. No, he still has another pit to go. So, I mean, if I was him, I would probably go for a pit, knowing how many drivers he might have to deal with in the future.
Yeah, El Saco. Yeah, he's right. He's trying to pass. Oh my gosh, a wall just built out in front of him.
Word! That did not matter. El Saco got about 7 overtakes on the straight there. What in the world?
Oh, now he does pit though. He does pit. He's gonna want to hold off Demonatic here. I think he's pitting to hold off Demonatic more so than Clean Air, because he had Clean Air ahead of him. But if he gets in front of Demonatic, there's nothing much he could do if El Saco stays clean ahead of him.
El Saco has gotten a masterclass dodge against that entire wall in the very last straight.
Dude, the front 3 are all in the pits now because they are starting their 13th lap, I believe, of 14. So all these guys are in the pits now.
Keep an eye on him. Demonatic is currently on the back straight of. No, he's currently on the straight. He got bumped, and El Saco is gonna have a clear lead here in a lap.
You can see Demonatic. He's right there, coming to the turn. El Saco's coming out ahead, and I believe that's. Oh, he gets bumped.
Oh no, he gets bumped. He gets bumped. It's gonna be a duel once again. The 2 of them are in tandem for the lead. We have 2 laps to go. They both have 2 pits done, and JH, who's 8 seconds ahead, who's leading, does have to go for a pit. But
this isn't over though. Ferrari 15 is behind them as well, so just keep an eye out. I mean, it's between these 2.
Watching these 2 drivers, who pushes more. Oh, it seems like we got a double overtake here from the 2 of them. They have to get past Penguin Gamer, though. Here we go, down the wall tap. They both take it perfectly. Here we go. Demonatic gets bumped. He pushed a little too hard as the back marker gets overtaken by El Saco de Papas. Demonatic needs a miracle to win this race right now. He's 4 seconds back from El Saco.
Miracles come pretty easy here in
Oh, but
FC2, might I add.
they do! El Saco got bumped on the
Oh, there
exit,
he
at the
is.
entry turn 8, and Demonatic is right on his tail once again. Here we go, down the next straight before the hairpin. Demonatic, oh, he almost got bumped by the guy who got bumped by Mr. Pig Sauce. Here we go, El Saco de Papas going for the wall tap here in the hairpin. We have
One
we're gonna
lap
have
to
one more
go.
lap to go. One more lap to go for these two to do whatever they can. Ferrari F15 is also in the picture right now. If the
4
two of
seconds
them get
behind.
badly bumped, yeah.
No,
If the
6
two of them
seconds now.
get- oh, he got bumped as well. But if they get badly bumped, El Saco and Demonatic there might be a chance for a lead switch here. El Saco getting past another back marker. JH Dash has to go for its mandatory pit now, and we're gonna have to see El Saco, El Saco start his very last lap as there are 2 more back markers ahead of him. The danger is not over yet. There's one of them, Penguin Gamer, got past, but Demonatic is gonna struggle here because there's a 3-way tandem ahead of him.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for Osako. I mean, the mental he has to go through, the mental hoops he has to jump through. He says, play it safe, play it safe. There's no risk. You're leading the race. But also, if you go too slow, people are gonna outpace you, and you do exactly.
Oh, Demonatic is bumped. Demonatic is bumped. He's gonna get bumped. And JH Dash. Wait, JH Dash is up in third. How is he up in third? What?
What? Oh, wow.
Oh, wait,
okay.
wait.
I think he's getting.
I did not expect him to be that high up.
Wow. Well, there you
Anyway.
go. JH Dash in third right now, right in front of Ferrari 15. There's another battle. Actually, let's take a look at that real quick because it is tight as well between those two. I believe that is these two. There we go. JH Dash and Ferrari 15. Keep an eye on that lead battle there in case anyone gets bumped. But right now, these two are going at it for their last lap, going in through, and they're going to take the bouncy castle route. No, they don't. I think most people have learned that the bouncy castle route is really, really dangerous.
Wait a
and
minute.
they're not going to take the risk. Oh,
All right,
JH Dash gets
we're on the
bumped.
last sector. We're on the last sector with El Saco right now. There's 2 seconds splitting Demonatic and El Saco. It's very close. One bump will end this race between the two of them. It seems like El Saco has a
He's
weaving
the
driver
release.
ahead of him.
He's releasing. He's
He's
starting to
releasing a
avoid.
lot.
There's
Here
too
we
many
go.
people.
He gets bumped. He gets bumped. It's the last lap drama as Demonatic takes the lead of the race, and he's down in the last corner. He overtakes a few more drivers as now he just has to make sure he doesn't get bumped in the straight. El Saco losing the lead of the race. Demonatic wins in Canada. Extends his championship lead by a lot.
Oh my!
What a race! And El Saco
El Saco responds with a goodbye. He says,
Ferrari F15 taking the fastest lap as he
secures
beats
that
the Dash.
P3. Holy
What?
smokes between those two.
What a race between the pair of them. El Saco and Demonatic, nothing splitting the two of them. But in the end, the Norwegian driver came out on top.
Wow, well deserved between both of them. We were watching here. Osako was really there. He was just there.
Quasar did manage to make his way up to P6.
Yeah, nice job from Quasar.
And Sandor's P7. Here we go. Hockey fan, not a very good quality for him, but he goes up to P8, luckily for him. And then Lursicala, unfortunately, dropping down to 9th. Vicky getting his first top 10 this season, I believe.
There you go, Figgy.
And 32 Nova, Gaber Live, who is in second in the championship, not having the best race. Wait, I'm kind of curious. Where are Gold Leader and
we haven't even talked about it. There's so much going on.
yeah, Gold Leader is in P54 right now.
Yeah.
What about Flint? Oh, he's down. He's down P69. Oh no.
Oh, getting beat again, dude. I mean, and when Double Down comes here next week, you're in trouble, dude. You gotta get him some training going, I guess. But the rest of them going through, there's a lot of drivers here. There's so much chaos and so much action that we get to miss here because we have to focus on this front pack. If only more people stream these races, man. If we had so many different race reviews and things like that, you could really get down on so much action throughout this entire race. Things we miss.
4 more drivers to pick up points here. There we go.
Wow. That was a close one.
Fuzzy Gamer did score points this time around. 3 points for him. And now
he's going to earn 3 points. His first 3 points for his team, Scooter Fishari. Or Slidery Fishari, I'm sorry. Oh.
What a race.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is Osaka was doing the right thing, and hopefully he was recording, so he see his exact POV there. But I believe he was doing the right thing. He was slowing down. He was being careful on that back straight. But you saw an
He
absolute
just got so unlucky.
wall
He
showing
just
up in
got
front
so
of him.
unlucky with the big wall just in his way. He had to weave around him just like a wave in Geometry Dash.
We're gonna try and hold on. Let me turn this off real quick. I'm gonna try and get a replay of that real quick. We don't typically try and pull up replays, but I'm gonna try and do it. There you go. You can enjoy these guys holding up. Let's pull up that replay because I think you there's nothing he could have done. I don't think.
Yeah, really frustrating stuff for El Saco there. Yeah, he
Here, actually, I'm gonna spectate
the two of them did deserve that race win. They both drove a masterclass drive as they
All right, you're on camera, Oinked. You can take us through while I pull this up.
Wait, what? I'm on camera.
You're the camera now. Yeah, enjoy trying to figure out what to look at. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're gonna pull up the Osako clip in just a second. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, man, oh man, could you get any worse of experience? I mean, we've seen worse. To be fair, we've seen was it Crumbcat's disappointing Monza race? We talk about it all the time. There we go. I think I found it.
You got it?
Yep, I got it. All right, take a look at this, guys. Oh, I totally did it on the wrong screen. Hopefully you can see it. Here we are. We're on the stream here. The true replay situation we have going on the stream. Take a look at this. So here is Osaka going on the back straight. It's the last turn left. He's going down. Not too bad. He's got 2 seconds. Let's see if I can hold on. See if I can boost up the quality here. There we go. Yeah, streaming and replaying the stream may not be the best in terms of quality. But yeah, here he goes. He's going back through. And look, he's starting to release here. We notice it too. He's starting to release just a little bit because there's people coming up, filling up this back straight. But you can see just more and more people show up, and boom, the softest of bumps, and lets Demon X straight through them all. He goes out on the inside. I mean, you can see where everyone is. Osaka is going to try and take the line normally on the wide line. You can see him right there all the way through, but everyone else is there. Demon X on this line right here, just a few seconds behind, and as these guys go wide to make the corner, Demon X dive bombs the inside, boom, all the way through, and it's perfect for him. He doesn't have to worry about any more back markers as he cuts through and just makes this last straight as easy as possible, and Demon X takes away this win. I mean, could have been there anything else Sako could have done? Maybe so. Maybe he could have gone on the inside, but can you really blame him? I don't think so. Well, he's still sulking offline right now, so we won't get his opinion of that race. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll get Demon X either. He doesn't seem to have a
mic,
a mic on. But we will talk to Ferrari 15, who did earn third position. Ferrari 15 is still here on mic.
Yeah.
And Ferrari, I mean, I don't know if you caught the action ahead of you, but you still had that dual JH dash on that last lap. So, I mean, walk me through your position from the early pit stops to pulling out on the podium.
Yeah, like I mean, I've got tamed out really badly in the second lap, so I just said, well, frick it, I'll just go pitting, and it worked. It worked well, kinda, and the battle with JH Dash, like, we came out in tandem, and like then he just died in the last few turns, so yeah.
Yeah, different strategies taken by everybody, including that bouncy castle section we've been looking at. And how can we get your opinion on that? Like, what was your mind going through when that came about?
Okay. Yeah, okay. The bouncy castle section, well, I looked at it, and I said no, because I'm way too bad and way too scared to take it, so I just didn't. And I think it also just scared a lot of people, so they didn't go on it.
It absolutely did. The consensus seemed to be that anyone who took the bouncy castle had the straight they went through the straight very, very slowly, which causes lots of chain bumping going on. So that ended up being the right solution for you to immediately. I mean, for the different reason, but ended up being the right move for you to stay out. Congratulations to your P3. I really wish we got
Thank you.
we got the other two opinion on that final duel, but there you go.
You even made your way up to the top 10. Good job, dude.
Yeah, I threw the Jeddah race because I forgot to pit in my second pit. I forgot to do a pit stop, so I kind of threw that race.
There you go. Congratulations
Well,
to P3.
you did
Yeah.
really throw this one, so very good stuff
Yeah.
for you, Ferry.
Yeah, thanks.
I have two
You
P4s
two
now.
had
Yeah,
had a
that
crazy
was
fight.
that
I
was
have
a crazy
two
fight.
P4s now and no podium
Oh.
yet.
Oh, it hurts to feel that, JJ. You'll get there. You'll get there. Dude.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Dude, when I was doing my pits, I was not thinking about being up there at all.
Oh, we weren't
I was
either.
thinking,
I'll be honest. We're
was-
like, oh, he's have to do his pits, and yeah, he'll be out of any sort of competition after that
When-
last lap pit stop. But we're like, wait, he's still around. He's still
When I was-
fighting for third.
when I was out of my last stop, I looked at the timings and the minimap to see where I would be, and then I'm like, wait, there's nobody here, and then there's Ferrari, and he's third. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was I really wasn't expecting to be that far like in front with those early pits. So I think it was kind of luck.
Well, there you go.
And dude, my hands started shaking on that last lap, and I choked it. Of course I
I
did.
am sweating so
Well,
hard right
There you go.
now.
Let's
Well,
get
we
the
got
snowballs out
snowballs.
and let's enjoy the last of the the celebrations here. I think most people went to go to a race, so there's not many people here. Yeah, they went to go join the classic Melbourne
We got
Melbourne
a
race
sign
after
here,
this.
P2 did not show.
Look at 32 never would take it. There's your last little bit there, and what an amazing race. We get so much action here, and I think that was some of the best of it all. On a thin track like this, you wouldn't expect much tight racing since everyone would spread out quite quickly and whatnot. But today was a surprise to us all. So next race we're racing in the Red Bull Ring, the shortest track on the calendar, I believe. Actually, no, we
Quite
did
a
make it
good track.
3D.
Oh, yeah,
no,
just
it's
add.
3D there's a 3D
Quite a good track.
version now that we're gonna be doing, which
Yes,
is
the 3D version is a little bit
not
longer.
even. It's not that much friendlier.
No, although I would point out that it only has like 5 turns, so stay tuned for that. You do need your open boat
Boat
utils
utils.
mod to get on, and yeah, we'll see you there in 2 weeks time. If you're wanting to get racing much sooner, of course, in 1 week time we have Double Down, which is you can find it in my Discord or any of the other Discords. You can do some racings with your good friends, your siblings, your cousins, whoever, right? And I don't want to blabber too much about the other leagues because we care about FC2 here on FC2. But yeah, we'll see you then or for FC2 in just a minute here. 2 weeks time. I can't wait for Red Bull Ring. One of my favorite checks in the calendar. So we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.